We live at the end of the age of the afternoon newspaper, not only in Portland, but across the land. The morning newspaper has traditionally been stronger in America, the newspaper of the middle class, of the people of business or leisure who had a chance to read. But in the late 1800s, after public education had a chance to produce a literate population, inventive publishers developed the newspaper for the working stiff. Afternoon newspapers with headlines that screamed for the factory worker to pick it up and take it home with him on the train. The afternoon papers were news and entertainment, but they were vulnerable to something new that swept America after World War II.
The main reason, I think, is the supper time television news. It's just too much of a competitor for the afternoon newspaper. Too easy.
Good evening. Activity around Hood Canal has increased.
So this has had more than a little to do with the death of the afternoon dailies, including the Oregon Journal. The papers couldn't compete with the flash, the immediacy, the ease of TV, either news or entertainment. And now there's 24-hour, up-to-the-minute world news on cable channels. But television alone did not kill the Journal or the Chicago Daily News or the Washington Star or others. The automobile in the suburbs helped too. If you live in Beaverton or Gresham, or if your kids go to David Douglas or play Little League in Lake Oswego, the city papers might not carry enough news about your family, your tax base, your school.
So you supplement the national and the international and state coverage of the local metropolitan daily with your smaller community newspaper to get satisfactory coverage, but you don't buy 2 copies of the metropolitan daily.
And if people want to spend the evening reading instead of watching TV, they're more likely these days to turn not to a general newspaper, but to one of dozens of specialty magazines on the market. Still, the Journal has held on until it lost the battle of the food ads, the battle for advertising dollars. The fight was waged primarily with This Week, a weekly feature paper that goes to every home in the area by mail, every home. And advertisers loved the total market coverage. The daily Newhouse papers, the Oregonian and the Journal, answered with Food Day, which also now goes to every home in the area.
There's no question there's advertising money going into This Week, and advertising money that goes into This Week doesn't go into the Journal. There's only so much of a pie to be cut up.
By absorbing the Journal, the Oregonian may hope to gain some new advertising impact. And the timing is good. It's a safe bet for the Newhouse Group, given economic conditions now, that no one will try to start a real newspaper soon to compete with the Oregonian in Portland.
We might see more morning major newspapers die before we see afternoon papers revived.
Point is, the day will come, and probably very soon, when you won't have to buy a newspaper or magazine to read what you want to, when you can walk to a terminal in your living room, tell the computer the subject you want to read about, and have it print out the latest news of your chosen subject.
It's right in the announcement.
Could you just briefly summarize it for us?
Read the announcement.
Right now, the newspaper publisher can still refuse to talk on television, but the day may come when his biggest competition is printed on it. That's Focus, and I'm Neal Rosenau, News 8.